Hello, it's Laura from Divine Light Yoga. I want to share with you my #1 strategy for preventing disruptive behavior in your yoga class. Also works in a regular classroom setting. I used to use this a lot when I was an early years educator. You can use it when you're working one-on-one, if you're working therapeutically with children, and you can most definitely incorporate this into your home. So this is a kindness code, what I like to call a kindness code. You could call it something else. You can ask the children to come up with a creative idea, but essentially it is a code of conduct. It is an agreement between you and the children on how you would like the space to be, how you expect them to behave, and them agreeing to how they actually will behave. Now, the trick to this is not telling them that it's rules or that it's guidelines, and that you are not telling them how they should behave. Actually, they are creating the guidelines, they are creating the kindness code, and you are simply guiding them and coaching them through it. So it's a little bit of trickery and presenting it in a way that is appealing and engaging to children, just like everything else that we try and teach them. So you can ask the children for their ideas on what should go on the kindness code and guide them through it. So things such as using kind words with one another, being compassionate if you're working with slightly older children. We're working with teens, you can do this with teens as well, respecting one another, turning up on time, coming to every class, and getting their input, taking their ideas and making sure that you're using the words that they use. It's very important to use their words so that it's relatable, but making sure that you guide them and coach them so that the kindness code doesn't go off track and it is exactly what we would expect from a yoga class or in your family home or from a therapeutic session. So typically on my kindness code, we do have things such as using kind words, being playful with one another. I also do this in my teacher trainings as well, having my kindness code on day 1. So being playful and accepting of one another, being respectful of the space, of the environment, of each other, being open to and accepting of everybody's ideas, of everybody's beliefs. So it's very much about kindness, compassion, acceptance. So all of these wonderful qualities and skills that we're teaching children through yoga and mindfulness anyway, and through daily life. And we're just putting it into one kindness code. And once they have written this, once you've written this together and they've come up with the ideas, they've agreed that they all want to follow the kindness code, follow the guidelines. Whenever you find that the children are being a little bit disruptive, they're not being respectful, they're not being compassionate, they're not using kind words, then you can just remind them that they wrote the kindness code and that they agreed to the kindness code. And this is a really nice, positive and playful way to manage disruptions. Once it's there visually, even 6 weeks or 6 months later, it's something that you can keep referring to just as a positive reminder that they wrote the kindness code, they agreed to the kindness code, and they're not currently behaving towards the guidelines of the kindness code. So perhaps suggesting that they change their behavior and remind themselves of the kindness code. So it's really simple, but it is super effective. And I definitely encourage you to do this at the beginning on day 1 of your sessions with the children in your groups.